Bjørn Magnussen from the Norwegian national team here at the Silver Bowl, and today we're going to talk about what is good ice skating according to Bjørn Magnussen. First question, what goes through your mind when you're out skating?
Yeah, it's some different things. I'm trying to make it simple when I skate, but for sure, like lately I've been really just focusing on like getting the deep skating position, like in the position where you feel strong. Like I really try to be deep when I skate because I have some mobility issues. Like I'm kind of maybe not the most flexible guy in the sprinting on skating, so I kind of feel like I need to focus a little bit more on skating deep, and then I just try to be smooth and moving all the time. Yeah,
Right.
it's kind of easy.
What do you think is the most underrated thing when it comes to skating technique?
Everybody has their different thoughts on this. I really feel like especially in Norway, I feel it's been a bit underrated to be skating deep, especially like all the kids are kind of doing this long distance, like skating a lot of laps, skating too high, and they don't build their strength in the skating position you are when you're doing sprinting in the race. So I kind of feel like it's a bit underrated to have focus on skating deep and being like a strong deep position on the ice, especially for sprinting, I would say.
Yeah, so for younger skaters, you would almost say like you should put more quality over quantity, like sit well, skate well, instead of just cranking out laps.
Yeah, I would say like quality over quantity. You see, I've been in Japan many times for World Cups, and sometimes I go to see this kids skating and they skate so deep. They don't really think too much about skating as fast as possible, but they skate so deep, and I think that's one of the things which makes all the Japanese skaters skating so fast, especially in the 100 meter. They can stay deep, they are flexible, they can produce a lot of force into the ice, but for sure you don't want to skate too deep, then you lose your power.
All right, if we flip the question, what is the most overrated thing in skating, technically speaking?
When I was growing up, like a lot of coaches was really onto this thing, like you have to be on the outer edge of the blade, like really getting that outer edge. Like for sure you need to get this weight transfer and you need to get over your blade, but you don't really make any speed from being on the outer edge of the blade. I feel that's kind of an overrated thing, especially in Norway. Like young skaters are really just try to be where you don't make speed, and it's good you get there like making this weight transfer, and then you make the speed. Like you can for sure add a bit more body weight into the push if you have like a good outer edge, and then you bring it all in. But I think it's a thing that's a little bit overrated, I would say, and like also for the world-class athletes, it's been like many is like thinking about a lot of different stuff, like really going into the details. Like I think it's a bit overrated to be too focused about small details and really missing this big picture.
Yeah, I like the idea about the edges. It's almost like you do get on the, if you have your body in the right position, if you transfer your weight correctly, you'll end up in the outer edge. Like if it follows your body,
Yeah.
eventually you'll be in the outer edge.
And you can see actually some skaters in the 500 meter, they don't really on the outer
Yeah,
edge. Like
it's just pressure on the inside.
You see this, Marikanya for example, he's really skating on the inside. He's skating really fast, and we also have this Norwegian guy in the 1500 meter, Didrik Engstrand. He's not really on the outer edge of his right, but
Yeah.
he get the weight transfer and he gets a lot of pressure into the ice, and he got his 7th place in the 1500 in
Still
Hamar.
a junior, yeah.
Still a junior, so yeah, I think that's a bit.
You can go in the inner. Okay, I'm gonna give you the chance to give one piece of advice for 10-year-old Bjørn Magnussen.
To maybe have a little bit more focus on skating this deep position. I was really into like pushing really hard and kind of running on the ice, but also like I wish now I see a lot of world-class skaters doing short rack before they transfer to skating, and they do really good turns. Myself, I feel like I'm doing pretty good turns on my best, but I probably wish like I did a little bit more short rack when I was young. We didn't have a culture for that in Norway, but I wish that's one thing I would change when I was 10-year-old. Yeah.
That one gets Bob Corby approved.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bjørn.
Kom igjen, Bjørn! Simonsi probeert dichter erbij te komen. Maar we hebben eenmaal die snelrace, dat is Bjørn.